Hey, Slay Era. Hi, Collision. Hi, Tanea. No real point in wishing me happy Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving here. Hey, Down Under. Hey, Sweet Jane. Hey, Spider Rico. Golden Girl. Sunshine Granny. Hey, Strawberry Punch. Stephanie. Yep. Yeah, we had our Thanksgiving last month, so. Hey, Seal. Hey, Solo Trip. Opted out today. Fair enough. Lisa. Amy. Betty for the second time. Rico, no, I did not make more. I did not make more than Chantal this month. Hi, GL. Hey, Astronaut. Not even close. Not even close to what she made. Hey, Barbara. Stephanie, yeah. Yeah, turkey is generally pretty traditional for Canadian Thanksgiving. 600? I doubt that. I don't know. I mean, I'm just assuming. She didn't tell me how much she made, but favorite Thanksgiving dish? Um, it's nice to have. It's nice to have the twice a year turkey. I was alone today and had a TV dinner by myself. The right way to spend Thanksgiving, I think. Hey, Insanity. I love being with my family and having my once a year turkey. Yeah. Yeah, we have turkey Thanksgiving and Christmas. So happy Native American Day. Yes. And happy Indigenous Peoples Day as well. Or actually, I think Columbus Day is usually Indigenous Peoples Day. Also, 10,000 subscribers. Hurrah. No, didn't break down any more boxes yet. Hey, Belly. Turkey and food turned out great. Cool, cool. Glad to hear. Hey, Red Freckles, made yourself a burger. Also works. I had spaghetti again. I still had some of that spaghetti sauce from last night left over. So I just cooked up some spaghetti and put the sauce on top. So, come visit you in Miami. Eh. Do I eat breakfast? Not normally, Goral. Very rarely. Hey, Brooke. See, I figure I'll just do like a short live today. I'm really enjoying my cooking videos. I'm glad for that. Especially loved how you're breaking down box nothing. Yeah, I still got plenty to do on that, but one meal a day usually, and then I snack a bit. Yeah, generally it's I just eat one meal a day. I'm not a big eater. Hey, Jada. Hey, Harley. Cherry cheesecake, cool. Hey, Anonymous. Looking sound a bit down. Yeah, maybe a bit tired today, but nah, I'm fine. Hey, Kira. Same as usual, really. Hope all was okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling about the same as usual. Hey, why am I tired? I don't know. I usually am. Happy Indigenous Day. Yep. How often do I wash my sheets? Less than I should. I washed them like a week ago. I did wash my sheets like a week or so ago. Thoughts on soup? I'm not really a fan, honestly, Tanea. I'm very weird. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Kalamazoo. Hey, Shiara. Name 3 things that make me happy. Chantal, cats, Star Trek. Speaking of which, I did watch the. That is not at all, not even close, Bally. I did watch the newest episode of Star Trek Prodigy. I'm still enjoying that show. What I had for dinner? Spaghetti. I mean, not really ugly. It's not a racist term. What it is more is that Indigenous people do want people to remember, the shit that was done to them. Like, they don't even, like, they have no problem with people celebrating Thanksgiving. It's just like, hey, just try to bear in mind the bigger one they actually like the bigger one that the Indigenous people object to is actually Columbus Day. That's the one that that pisses Indigenous people off. That's one that we're like, fuck that holiday. Turkey breast and turkey gravy and dressing mashed potatoes, 0 sugar Coke. Cool. Gail Hackett. It's not so much that I'm speaking for them. It's just that, like, this is my understanding of their take. Hey, Killface. Hey, Psyched. Thanksgiving is slaughter of Native Americans. Hey, Titney. Like I said, my understanding of it is that Indigenous people generally don't really have a big issue with Thanksgiving. They do want to be, they do want people to remember the history of what happened there, but what people in America don't tell is that we all came fleeing from our own tragedies ages ago. Hey, VAC. Yeah, like I said, I think the bigger one for them is Columbus Day. That's the one that pisses them off. Hey, VAC. Hey, Enchanted Roses. Over my Sosuke. Was Sosuke one of the people I blocked? Hey, aha, budget. Transitioning. I am leaning towards Nicole, aha, budget. As for how my day went, yeah, boring. Hey, Jenna. And hey, my first member in the chat. Because I did start memberships. Memberships should have become available yesterday. Last night. I think last night, I think they became available. Late last night. Can people to pay rent? Yeah, we'll be fine. Where do we want to join? I have no idea. If it's not showing up for you, I don't really know what to tell you. What are the perks about becoming a member? You get a badge. For right now, that's about it. Green name and a badge. Tomorrow's Black Friday. Yeah. Drop the link to join. I don't know where the link to join. I don't know the link to join. Join button is right beside subscribe button. You have to go to web version if you have iPhone. Hey, Chanteller. My other member. I think, yeah, I've got 2 members so far, I think. I don't think channels with new memberships get the join link right away on iPhones. Drop link. Fork Sniffers Anonymous, welcome. Welcome to the membership. pork sniffers. Not okay. I'm honestly still uncomfortable with it, Sarah Grant. Down Under, welcome to the memberships. What is the name for members? Pizza Slice? So that's a whole $8 a month guaranteed. Woo woo. I think YouTube does actually take a cut. Like I think YouTube actually takes a cut of it. Memberships are $1.99. So yeah, $8 a month. Woo woo. Hey, as well. I think minus 30%, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check there. Because I think they do. Found the link. So that's supposed to be the link. Do I like Alex's trick? Nah. 30%, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they take 30%. So that'd be 60 cents. So every member I get gives me $1.80 or $1.40. Titney Shitney, welcome. Harley Quinn, welcome. So I'm now up to a whopping $8 a month guaranteed. Woo! My ancestors fled to the USA to give their future offspring a better life. That's why I remind them when I see racism. Yeah. I'll let her know. Hey, cat voice. Then you got to pay attention. In theory, supposed to, Lisa. I keep most years I don't even bother. I'm lazy. These are hungry like some people. Yeah. Do I eat at McDonald's? Not very often anymore, Kira. Shelly, welcome. Yeah, for McDonald's, my orders usually either double quarter pounder, no cheese, or nuggies. Mint ice cream? Nah, not really. How am I? Yeah. You're at work on Thanksgiving? Yeah, that was never fun. Get members? Yes, I did get members. Very good. I'm up to 7 whole members. Which amuses me. Do I hate Black Friday? Yeah, back when I was working, I always hated Black Friday. Calling them nuggies is a pretty good way to get laid again. Does your toilet get clogged when you flush your kitty litter? Stephanie, welcome. MG, how do you become a member? I'll post the link again, MG. Anyway, no, Kira. Because I'm not flushing the litter itself. All that's being flushed is the cat poop. That's all that's being flushed. Pretend member for now. That's fine, Collision. Same difference. Worked in a bookstore and a mall back in the day. I wouldn't have as big an issue with that. MG, welcome, thank you. What are your members going to be called? Slices, Titney. They're going to be slices. In fact, actually, give me a second here. Can I edit? Sorry, just yeah. I was gonna change it to slices rather than slice, but fuck it, it'd be resubmitted and everything and blah. Beverly Pickett, welcome. Gamer Girl, welcome. John? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Need to catch up in videos. To say in the last book review what you're reading next. Yes, what I'm reading right now is Cogs, Crowns, and Carriages, a steampunk anthology, which apparently is available on some websites. You can purchase that book. Slice in the chat. There you go. Yeah. Pull over. Fine. Where'd she go? You were just whining. Where the hell did you go? Fine then. I don't want you over here then. Fine. Red Freckles, welcome. If I became wealthy, would I donate my money? Yeah, I mean, if I had enough money, if I was making enough money to survive off of, then yeah, I would be fine donating excess. And yes, $1.99 J dot for my memberships. Do I read YA? Yeah, I read YA. I read quite a bit of YA. Think we don't have to hate Thanksgiving? Yeah. Columbus Day, it's okay to hate. Fuck Columbus Day. But Thanksgiving is about, togetherness. Do it later? Yeah, no worries. No rush. One-eyed ghoul. Oh, okay. Good night, Titney. Probably stuck in Chantel's drawer again. Hippiesta. Welcome. Hi, Teddy Bear. Alien Tourist. I'll post the link again, Alien Tourist. Kristen Goslin, welcome. Thank you. What do I think of the fact that more than 99% of natives who died due to the European invasion of the Americas died due to typhus? Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate that a lot of them did die because of diseases. I mean, I will grant that that's something that couldn't really be predicted. If it's about togetherness, I'm screwed. I live alone, eat alone. Hey, Mason. Mind to mature when? As long as they still laugh at farts. For me, it's about seeing my parents and brothers, and eating a lot of home-cooked food. Yep. Thanks, Teddy. Jonch, my guess is most of them wouldn't have used it at all. Hey, Steph. Not updating with my total number of members yet. My favorite anime? Either Sailor Moon or Cowboy Bebop. What you eating? Just some chocolate-covered raisins. $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25. That one's $25. So it looks like I'm at 25 members. Woohoo! What am I thankful for? You losers. You weirdos. The Cowboy Bebop remake. Do you mean the live action one, Sarah Grant? Do you mean the live action Cowboy Bebop? I did watch it. It was terrible. Sorry, just trying to figure something out real quick. 35 bucks a month I'm at now. Anyway. What is American Thanksgiving all about? Yeah. In theory, it's supposed to be a celebration of like one of the early harvests. It's sort of a harvest celebration that became a more general togetherness celebration. Why are you losers? Because you're watching me, Shakespeare. Just want you to know you're not as hateable as people make you out to be. Thanks. Not as hateable as expected. I'll take it. Do I like the music Cowboy Bebop? Most of it, yeah. Most of the music, yeah, MG. I mean, music is central to that show and all the shows that that particular guy makes. What's his name? Yeah, Shinichiro Watanabe. Watanabe. We tell the pioneers and the Native Americans came together for a meal. Yeah. Steph, welcome. Thank you very much. Hey, Enigma. Yeah. Shinichiro Watanabe, the guy who created Cowboy Bebop, or not created. Hajime Yatare created it, but Watanabe is oh wow. Anyway, yeah, in particular, Shinichiro Watanabe is a guy who cares a lot about music in the stuff he makes. Recommend Flying Beagle by Himiko Kikuchi. Cowboy Bebop, he obviously focused a fair bit on sort of classic music. A lot of classic rock, classic blues. There's a lot of classic music. He did another show. Hey, Voice in the Chaos. He did another show, Samurai Champloo. One of my plans for Black Friday. I might. There's a couple things I do want to get at the grocery store, and it's like few enough things that don't really want to pay for delivery. Shouldn't be in that 7-second plate, but it had been 7 hours. Yeah, been there. Michelle, what I will probably do is bust down near Christmas, spend a day, and then bust back the next day. Yeah, Samurai Champloo, great show. That one makes heavy use of hip hop music. They really incorporated hip hop music into the texture of the show. Healed from your beatdown. Glad to hear it. Hey, Gargoyle Girl. Hi, Des. And Carol and Tuesday. I was just about to mention Carol and Tuesday, maybe. That show is like literally about music. So Watanabe is a guy who really, really focuses on the soundtracks. And such good shows. The Girl Who Left Her Time. I have not seen that one. Code Geass? No, I've never watched Code Geass. Code Geass. Michaela, you're lovely. You're lovely, and hope you feel better soon, Michaela. Specifically, Hubris's friend, Michaela. Ghost in the Shell. I watched one of the Ghost in the Shell movies. Code Geass. Michiko Tohachin. There's honestly quite a bunch that I do want to watch. I really want to get around to watching Lady Hokusai. Is it Lady Hokusai? Hosukai? Don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But it's about it's about a real woman, a painter. She was like the daughter of a very successful painter, and she became a painter herself. So the lady, I say the Lady Hokusai, but it might be like Hosuke or something like that. Hokusai? Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I do want to watch that. I also want to watch Penguin Highway. That's one that I want to watch. Can I help you think of a movie that I can't think of? It was Miyazaki and it outgrows Titanic. Miyazaki movie that outgrows Titanic? That I'm not sure about. I know Spirited Away obviously won an Academy Award. Ponyo was a huge hit. Do you remember anything else about it, AR? The Wind Rises? Look at that one. That one's pretty good. I did see Porco Rosso. I haven't watched Porco Rosso yet. Yeah, The Wind Rises was a pretty good one. I really liked the romance in The Wind Rises. I did see once a thread by a Japanese American woman, Wendy Shu, who I think is Japanese American. Pretty sure. Castle in the Sky. Yeah, Castle in the Sky is really good. I did watch Grave of the Fireflies. I watched the English dub of it. Dub with the voice they got for the little girl was terrible. Thanks, Kimikaze. Anyway, yeah. Nikki Finn, you've been a lot of fun to watch recently. Love the effort you've been putting out with cooking and cleaning. Thank you very much, Nikki Finn. Anyway, what I'm saying is The Wind Rises. So I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure she's Wendy Shu is Japanese American. She wrote a really interesting Twitter thread about The Wind Rises. Tez, welcome. Thank you. She was not a fan of the way it kind of whitewashed the protagonist's role in what Japan did in World War II. What was the dude's name? Yeah, Jiro Horikoshi. So yeah, like she did take issues with the ways with the way it's sort of like I said, it was a little bit of a apologia for a bit of a whitewash on that particular guy's role in World War II. Uh-huh. I mean, not recently. So I thought that was really like, and like I read her thread about it before I'd actually watched the movie. Okay, yeah, I can repost the thread. I can repost the link. I don't know if it'll MJ. I have no idea if it'll work on iPhone or not, but there's the link. Do I like putting squash in my water? No. Hey, Bubbles. You're on an iPhone? Well, there you go. If the link doesn't work for you, do I like putting water in my squash? I don't like squash. Pin the link? Yeah, I probably should. How do I do that? There we go. Link is pinned for now. Celtic! Hello, Celtic Forest Fairy. Welcome to my memberships. Just finished your turkey meal? Cool. Sorry, Jenna, I missed you saying it. I must have been looking at something else. I was probably looking at something on Wikipedia when you suggested it, Jenna. Sorry. Amy, I see your question. Give me a second to scroll up. I think I might have missed your question. No, Amy, man, I did not see your question. Ooh. Freedom Deep, thank you. Hello. Honking for attention, yep. The Howl's Castle. I haven't read any of the Howl's Castle books. I've read the first Kiki's Delivery Service book. The rest don't seem to be easily available. I was gonna put them on my Barnes and Noble wish list, but they don't seem to be available on there. So that is a horn outside. Oh, Mariska Hargitay. I don't even know who that is, Amy Mans. Kimikaze, hello, thank you, welcome. Kiki is good. I did post a review of a couple months ago. I posted a review of Kiki's Delivery Service, the book. It was a good book, and I honestly wouldn't mind reading the rest of the Kiki books. But they don't. I don't know if they're even translated. Like genuinely, I don't know if they're even translated. Do I like dystopian fiction? Not particularly hippie, honestly. I'm not something that I really go for. Hey, Gail. Bubbles? It goes to me. This channel is linked to my account. MG, holy shit. I have to go, but so happy and proud of you for cleaning, cooking, applying for jobs, taking care of the cats, and expanding your channel. The vibe has been so awesome lately. Good night. Thank you so much, MG. Slices in the chat for MG. And thank you very much, and good night. When signing up for memberships, will I get a peek of that hiney? No, Madison. How's Moving Castles good? Movie left later. I mean, yeah, it's what Miyazaki does. Like whenever Miyazaki does a movie based on a book, it is very loosely based on that book. Ponyo is very loosely based on Little Mermaid. Kiki's Delivery Service, very loosely based on the book. Like it takes scenes from the books, but it changes, like it adds a narrative, so it changes a lot. And Janet So Fresh, welcome. So yeah, he absolutely does a lot of changes. Because like what he's doing is, using the source for inspiration. Cat returns is similar to Alice in Wonderland, but that one's not Miyazaki, Rhonda. I forget who directed that one. Give me a second. Hiroyuki Morita. Yeah, Cat Returns is by Hiroyuki Morita. Ariel, welcome. Cat Returns is trippy. It's good. It is, and it's sort of like a that one is sort of spun off from Whisper of the Heart, which is actually a better movie. But we also noticed that most, if not all, characters that Miyazaki utilizes are strong solo females. Not all, because I would argue that both Wind Rises and Ponyo, I would argue both have male leads. But yes, Miyazaki has always put a strong focus on strong female characters. It's always been important to him. And a lot of Ghibli as a whole, even the other Ghibli directors sort of followed suit. Love Spirited Away. Like Isao Takahata, I think, has done a fair number of Ghibli movies with female protagonists. Yeah, Only Yesterday, although that one is a bit of a weird one. Arrietty by Hiromasa Yonebayashi, female protagonist. Tale of the Princess Kaguya by Takahata, by Isao. When Marnie Was There by Yonebayashi. So it is something where, I mean, hell, even Earwig and the Witch. Muse Meowth, welcome. Had mixed feelings about that Earwig movie. Yeah, the animation, plain cheeseburger. Welcome, thank you. Yeah, Earwig and the Witch. I got used to the animation. So the animation didn't bug me. Sofa King, welcome. Alien Tourist, welcome. Thank you very much. The animation didn't really bug me too much. Blondie, welcome. I did get used to the animation. Rachel, hey, welcome. But it was still not a particularly good movie. Like, it's still one of the weaker Ghibli efforts. Nisi popped in to give a view. Thank you. Good night, Nisi. Can new members get... No, hey, BB, I'm not doing that. Hugh Jass, welcome. Always nice to always nice to have a huge ass around, you know? Who doesn't appreciate a nice huge ass? Make badges, please. I don't know how, Ariel. I don't know how to make badges. Or emojis. I need to make some emojis. Need to do work on that one of these days. Stacy Sparkles Rainbow Hearts. Welcome. Couldn't work out to get a membership yet, but I will. You have a membership, Alien. Pinned link was very useful. I forget who it was who suggested that I listened to. I know a couple of people had suggested it, but only one of them I noticed. Can't figure out how to gift memberships. No. You had pizza tonight? Yeah, pizza's okay. Pizza is sort of like, it's chain pizza. It's okay. Tried to look. He said no. I just want to see the side of a cheek. No. Little Caesars. Yeah, I had Little Caesars. I remember Chantel ordered Little Caesars once or twice, and again, it's okay. Got memberships? Yes, I noticed, Sofa King. So it's like, how many members now? Not sure. 39. I'm up to 39 members. Just the receipts. Welcome. Thank you. So yeah, I'm up to like... I'm up to like $55 a month. Woo! Guaranteed $50 a month. It's almost an internet bill. No, it's like, it's a little less than half of my internet bill. Does that make me happy? Yeah. It's nice. Favorite thing to do is ride a scooter at Walmart and touch all the candles and handbags. What was for supper? Spaghetti, AR. I had leftover spaghetti sauce from last night, so I just put together some spaghetti, cooked up some spaghetti, put the sauce on top. Bing, bang, boom. What's my grocery called? Independent is the one that I go to. that I use. Independence Grocer. As soon as Ashley Lamborghini joins Blocker. Come on, ugly. Steph, Lambo hasn't been here yet tonight. Hey, Sunshine Granny. Joined because he started breaking down boxes. I'll try to get more done in the next few days. Lambie is busy having 23rds. Hey, Georgia Peach. No mercy. Oh, it's not even on camera. No mercy. Have I seen or read anything? No, AR. I've never read any of Junji Ito's stuff. I respect his craft, but it's not for me. It's not the kind of thing that appeals to me. Georgia Peach, welcome. All right, bye, ugly. Okay, good night, Breaking Insanity Cycle. House of Leaves, I have not. Oh, last night I did finally get caught up on a couple of webcomics that I fell behind on. So yeah, last night what I actually did, I couldn't remember all the webcomics that I hadn't checked in a while. So what I actually there were a bunch on my old computer. I had a ton of webcomics bookmarked that I forgot to track down. So last night I charged up my my old laptop enough for me to get onto the for me to turn it on and check my bookmarks. Hey, catch me. I'm okay. Hey, Madison. Anyways, yeah. I joined the membership right after there's a dead caterpillar in this box. It was a very tiny one. It was a really tiny one. Did it try to make you do 100? No, Hugh. No updates, actually. It didn't push through any updates. It's an old computer. It was an old laptop. First, I enjoyed the Junji Ito collection that I think Netflix or Crunchyroll had. Yeah, I'm not really into horror in general, AR. I'm just not keen on horror in general. So Junji Ito, just not my thing. Anyway, so yeah, went on, looked up some of the no, it wasn't a centipede. It was very definitely a caterpillar, but just a very small one. Frankenstein. I did read Frankenstein back in high school. So yeah, I because what it was there was one webcomic in particular that I could not remember the name of. For the life of me, just could not remember the name of it. And I tried to find it on Google, was just having no luck finding it. And so finally, I went into, turned on my old computer, went into my bookmarks, and just so any of the webcomics that I actually, give a shit about continuing to follow, I sort of bookmarked on my new computer. Not a fan of the host now. So yeah, I finally got caught up on a few. Wait, Cyanide and Happiness got banned? Really, Kira? What happened to my arm? Oh, it's just it was a burn a few days ago. Why did it get banned? Kugarelli, thank you. So yeah, I did finally catch up on some of the webcomics that I haven't read in a good few years. I got caught up on them because they hadn't updated. But yeah, the webcomic that I was like really trying to remember was Love Me Nice. I was trying to remember that because a few months ago, because it actually updated just a few months ago. Like I remembered a few months ago, seeing on Twitter that it had finally updated after like 3 years, after 2 or 3 years. And so I was like, shit, I've probably missed a bunch more updates since then. No, I haven't. Peter Beauty, can you call Sofa King a jive turkey? Sofa King, apparently you are a jive turkey. Dylan Campbell, wishing you well. Thank you very much, Dylan Campbell. Yeah. Kind of disappointed that Love Me Nice hasn't actually updated since the one from a few months ago. And there are a few other webcomics that like I sort of had forgotten about. There's actually a bunch that I do still need to get caught up on. What are my pronouns? I all my nouns are amateur. Should be original and give a leg wiggle. I should probably. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So there's a few webcomics that I do still need to get caught up on. Did get caught up on Pepper and Carrot, so that's good. Gunnar Krig Court. Gunnar Krig Court is a webcomic that I really need to get caught up on. Because that one's so good. Such a good comic. Review of the latest movie. I haven't watched a movie in a while, Mason. Sidekick Girl, I really want to get caught up on. Fell behind on that one. Ruby Whipple is a cute one that I want to get caught up on. And I really should get caught up on Order the Stick. Again, I'm probably like 5 years behind on that one. It's been probably 5 years since I read or since I last read Order of the Stick. I really need to get caught up on that one because that one's really good. Order of the Stick. It was always a really good comic. Taz, I am on live chat. If I'm missing chat, if I'm missing comments, it might just be because I'm not paying attention. Just want to stop by to support you. Thanks, Cougar Rally. I appreciate it. Antifi on YouTube. Cook one of her recipes for a video. Or he doesn't like you when you're coming. I mean, Gamer Girl, there are a few people that I am just straight up ignoring. Or at least a couple. There are a couple people that I have just been straight up ignoring. Because they're just trying to start shit, and there's no point. Where would I travel to if money was no object? Scotland, Greece, Japan for the Ghibli Park. New York City ignored me 95% of the time. I've accepted it. Oh, sorry, Sapphire. Where else? Where else would I really like to visit? Do I like cheese? Yeah, cheese is okay. Been to the US? No, I've never really been to the US. Chicago to New York City. Hey, Battleborn Fox. Welcome. Hugh, like really what I want to do, like I want to check out Broadway. I want to check out the touristy shit in New York. You know? New York's got some great touristy shit. Chicago does seem like a great city. Sweden, wouldn't mind it. Would I ever do a meetup? I don't know. It might feel weird to me. Hey, Lori. New York's so fun. Oh, it does seem like really fun. Times Square is smelly AF in the summer. Yeah. Does happen to have the best pizza. I will say, like, you ever want assistance in figuring out what to do, let me know. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I ever get the chance to go to New York, I think there'll be a lot of things that, like, I'll know what I want to do. I don't want to go to Chicago anymore. Too dangerous. Not really. Chicago's nowhere near as dangerous as conservatives make it out to be. My source on that, by the way, is people who actually fucking live in Chicago. McDonald's in Kentucky has the best Diet Coke. I'll take your word on that. Hey, Mimi. New York City seems fun, but I want to go. Yeah, neither would I. I'm not comfortable going anywhere alone, really. So hookers in New York City, nice. And the sidewalks are sparkly at night, nice. You should go to Chicago. It's not so bueno. I mean, Chicago does seem like a really nice city. Ireland would be nice. Sister and her kids went to the Macy's parade for the first time. They had a blast. Nice. I will actually say this: Chicago is apparently incredibly laid out, well laid out. Israel, eh. New York has hot dogs. Yep. Yeah, like Chicago, apparently, like just it's very livable. That's what I've heard, and like just the fact that it's like laid out on a grid is incredible. Frankly, cities are never laid out on grids. The Golden Mile is beautiful to see the stores, and then the coastline is lovely with everything you would want to see. Yeah, always wanted to visit just to see the giant bean. Don't know who would want to live in Chicago. It sucks. Again, it's my understanding is that it's actually like a really nice city. Um, there's a couple people I follow on Twitter who live there. One in particular, C. Spike Trotman, the founder and owner of the Iron Circus Comics. She lives in Chicago and she absolutely loves Chicago. She loves her city. Chicago's a beautiful city. Yeah. And like she really loves that the city has really been making efforts to sort of beautify itself. Vegas trip? Yeah. Hey, Jordan. They used to call my neighborhood Asia Minor in Chicago. Portland is amazing. A lot of comic creators in Portland. Chicago, see, Calgary is built on a grid, and I never hear. Oh, that is pretty cool. I didn't even know Calgary was built on a grid. Good for Calgary. Alberta still sucks. Portland has a good food scene. Portland seems to have like a good scene in general. Good hipster scene. Yeah, it's weird how many comic creators live in Portland. Brian Bendis, obviously. Kelly Sue DeConnick and Matt Fraction both live there. Chelsea Kane, I think, lived there. I love Philly more than Chicago. I don't know that I could do Philly because I don't know that I'd want to go to a city that threw batteries at Santa Claus and destroyed a hitchhiking robot. Jordan, welcome. Thank you. Sarah, I seem nice. I try to be Sarah. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. You don't like just. I don't know that Philadelphia is necessarily dangerous, but like that's a fucked up thing for it to do. Amazing bookstore in Portland. It takes up an entire city block. Nice. Stuff. I mean, I pay attention to that shit stuff. I still don't feel like I need mods yet. Grew up in Detroit. Doesn't get enough recognition. A lot of people only know it for its crime. Yeah, I mean, Detroit seems like a pretty nice city. And it's actually, I think Detroit's actually done a pretty good job at reducing crime. Do I watch John Oliver? I should, but I don't. Have I ever seen a beanbag in a hurry? The Pope robot was bound to get its ass kicked. I don't know, Kimikaze. Detroit has heart. Cleveland just the real shit. Oh, absolutely. I have never heard anything good about Cleveland. I've like everything I've ever heard about Cleveland is that it's kind of a shithole. And that's, I mean, that seems to have been a meme for decades. Ohio is a shithole. Cleveland is a shithole. Are we talking about places to visit or live? Either way. But like, hey, J Dot. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, like I remember old comic, Steve Gerber was the writer for Howard the Duck, and he actually set Howard the Duck in Cincinnati and spent a lot of time, or Cleveland, sorry, Cleveland. Set it in Cleveland. I think it was Cleveland that he set it in. And a lot of jokes were about how shitty Cleveland is. On the other hand, I suppose Drew Carey, well, even the Drew Carey show never really tried to make Cleveland seem like a cool city. Never tried to make it seem like a nice city. Divine Abundance. Hope everyone has had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My newborn died. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Are on the street tonight after leaving her dad, who was caught with a man. Need a hotel being 80, her formula 30. Oh. Well, okay, that got significantly sadder as I went on. I love my Cincinnati. At least the Lions play every Thanksgiving. And don't they get their asses kicked every Thanksgiving? Bengals are actually doing pretty damn well this season. Congratulations to them. Wolverines are very supportive of my household. I mean, that just makes me think of comic books. Logan and Laura and Gabby and Dakin and Jonathan. The Lions suck just like everything in Detroit. Sweden and Canada might be a little bit similar, at least when it comes to the nature. A lot of mooses here too. So as far as that goes, Ellie, Canada has a wide range of nature. I think Canada has some more ecosystems than Sweden might. Got like a wider range of stuff. I'm an Atlanta native and shit is wild here. I can believe it. Michigan versus Ohio. Who do I choose for college football? I don't care, Sofa. It's so weird to me that college football is such a huge thing. And even fucking high school football is a big thing in the US. I hate football. Yeah, I've never given a shit about football. Yeah, it's so weird to me just how big school sports are in the US, specifically football. College and even fucking high school. It's big money, which the players get fucking none of course. In some places, that's all they got going. Yeah, but I went to University of Michigan, so it means a lot to me. It is really fucking shitty that hey, just Jamie. High school and college football are huge moneymakers, and the players get exactly jack shit of that money. Just Jamie, welcome. The reality is it actually doesn't really seem to go to anyone else either. What do Europeans call soccer? Football? Because it's a you kick a ball with your foot. I think that's sort of the reasoning. It's a game where you play with a ball and your foot. Stephanie Van Helwen, thank you very much. If I would visit Canada, where should I go? I mean, depends on what you want to see. Toronto and Montreal are both really nice. Are both really good touristy cities. Montreal's good. Definitely Montreal's worth visiting. BC is probably worth visiting, especially if you really like nature. BC's got a lot of big trees. Toronto is Hockey Hall of Fame, so if you care about that. And Toronto is Canada's biggest city, so obviously, it's got stuff going on there. Montreal is probably our most cultural city, if I'm honest. Ottawa as the capital, it's got some cool stuff worth seeing. Bear in mind, Canada's a really big country. Like Ottawa to Toronto is like 4 hours on the road. Where's Zambo? I assume she's just busy tonight, Miss Danny. So we have nothing but Parliament. I mean, there's Parliament, but I mean, no, I mean, there's some other nice stuff in Ottawa, Corpse. Toronto's the cleanest city I've been to. Canal, yeah, we got the canal. Hey, lady son. Have I been? No, not even close, Rick. I've been to Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto, Kingston, Edmonton, and Medicine Hat. Lambeau's in London. Football's everything in the US. Yeah, I've noticed. What I ate for supper? Just some spaghetti, Linda. Cleanest city I've been to is Luxembourg. Victoria's really nice. Been to the bridge that connects Detroit and Canada. No further yet. Come to Buffalo, it's basically Canada. I am not, Rick. I'm sort of talking about. I don't even fucking know what you're trying to get at. Fucking whatever. I talked about places that I have been to and said that, Montreal is great. Toronto is our biggest city, so it's got touristy shit. Ottawa is our capital, so it's got some touristy shit. BC is big on tourism. Montreal is very good. It is. Montreal is in Quebec. Montreal is in Quebec, so it is a French city. You can generally get by. Like, you can still sort of generally get around speaking English for the most part. But yeah, it is a French city. But I would argue that it's I would guess that it's probably the most sort of cultural place in Canada. Because I mean, you got old Montreal. Can't even imagine how big Canada is. Never been outside Europe. Oh, absolutely. Ellie, yeah. Uh, yeah. Compared to Europe, like, Canada is bigger than like the entirety of Europe. Like, it's hey, Nat B from Canada. Oh, and welcome, Nat B from Canada. Never been to Nova Scotia, but I've heard that it's really nice. I have heard that Nova Scotia is really nice. Hot Springs tour. The second biggest country in the world. Yep, UK. I've never been anti-American UK. So yeah, it's Wade Bowen fan. Welcome. Isn't Montreal making French their official language or something? I think that is something that Quebec has been sort of debating. Friends in Toronto. There were 2 years waiting for a family doctor. Yeah, that's a problem in Ontario, throughout Ontario, Big Berta. And it's not getting any better under Doug Ford. Done a room tour. One of my earliest videos, Mason, was a room tour. Oh, good night, alien tourist. I have to mention I've been to Spain, France, UK, Italy. Yeah, I mean, like, Europe, drive for a couple hours and you're in another country. Again, yeah. Russia is the biggest country in the world, and then Canada is second. Does that have a lot to say about American politics? Doesn't mean I'm anti-American. Yeah, it's like our smallest province, Prince Edward Island, is like the size of England. And I think like a chunk of Scotland as well. It's the size of England and so Scotland. I'm not sure the exact size, but yeah, it's that. When you live in Europe, it's you get around and it's a few hours will get you pretty much anywhere in any given country. Um, it is not true. Yeah. So yeah, like in Europe, a few hours will get you pretty much anywhere in any given country. Um, in Canada, a few hours will get you a few inches across the map. Aunt Janet So Fresh. Thank you very much, Aunt Janet So Fresh. You seem happier lately, and I'm living for it. Like it is just ridiculous how big this country is. Just the receipts. Have your own AdSense? Yes, I do. Yeah, I've got my own AdSense. Lady Sunflower, welcome. So, give an example. Terry Fox, Canadian icon. He was a cancer victim. He had come up with the idea of running across Canada to raise funds for cancer research. He started from St. John's, Newfoundland. Ended up in Thunder Bay, Ontario, like Forrest Gump, except like, for a good cause. So yeah. 143 days, over 3,300 miles. He made it like a quarter of the way, if that. Fork Sniffers Anonymous, going to hop off. Just want to say thank you for a cool chat. Nice job tackling all the things. See you soon. Thank you, Fork Sniffers. Good night. Terry Fox running early in school too. Oh, absolutely, Corpse. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely was. Would I ever do something like that? No, I don't have that in me. So yeah. Like, just think about that. 3,300 miles, 143 days, not even made it like a quarter of the way across the country. That is ridiculous. Our country is too fucking big. Thanks, Samoan. I would have made it 5 miles. Oh no, absolutely. I wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, he was basically doing a marathon a day. He was doing a marathon each day. And that's how far he got. You look at a map and he barely went anywhere. Do I know when Chantel's coming back? I know when she is. I know what her initial plan was. We'll see. I mean, it'll kind of depend a little bit on her, how she feels. We have people walk the length of the country for charity all the time. Yeah. Like, that is so easy to do in Europe. UK especially. The United Kingdom in particular, walking across the country, nothing. That's nothing. Emotional fly? I mean, that's not something I'm going to comment on. Oh, actually, one other thing that I should mention about Terry Fox. Amputee. He was doing it like that run he was doing. He had a prosthetic leg. So just for those who aren't familiar with him, yeah, he had a prosthetic leg, and he was doing like a marathon each day. They didn't know he did it on one leg with cancer. Yeah, I mean, some people don't. I mean, some people aren't. Some people will have never heard of Terry Fox. He's like, I mean, obviously he's an icon in Canada, particularly Eastern Canada, Ontario, and all that. I'm not sure if it's the same in other provinces. I honestly don't know if it's the same in other provinces. But yeah. Well, no, Rick. Now he's dead. Hey, Hoosier. He like the reason he didn't make it all the way across the country is because the cancer caught up to him and he died by the time he reached Thunder Bay, Ontario. The cancer was catching up and he couldn't go any further. What a legacy! Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really say what percent of the country he made it across. What's my astrological sign? Aquarius, but I don't really buy into astrology. Hey, no justice. Hey, sad big bird. Which day? February 6th. No, I do not miss Thursday line. The MBTI test? I don't think I have. I don't even know what the MBTI test is. Thanks, no justice. Great book review. Thanks, Linda. It's a great book. The Myers Briggs. No, no, Myers Briggs is mostly bullshit anyway. Black Friday. Yeah, we do have Black Friday here in Canada as well. Lake Atman. Um, yeah, yeah, we do Black Friday up here. Capitalism's finest. Yeah, but I date feline. Myers Briggs. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's this bullshit personality type, and I'm getting some good Black Friday deals. Do y'all get the day off to shop as well? No, we have to work. We have to work Black Friday to sell shit to people who don't work that day. I always hated Black Friday. Black Friday was always miserable. Wait for Monday and the cyber deals. Yeah, like Black Friday was always fucking miserable. Um, Never, ever, ever any chance to catch your breath. Like at the call centers I worked at, it was, you know, You were on calls from start to finish with never a chance to catch your breath. Um, when I worked as a cashier at Walmart, obviously, the way shootings are going, I won't be going shopping tomorrow. Fair enough. I enjoy Black Friday since the panty. It's not been as crowded. Since sales are usually 4 weeks before. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, it's no. People call in for deals. People are like, you know, calling in to get the good cell phone deals. I had black bean pasta today. It sucked. Fair enough. Remember when people would camp out for it? Yep. Yeah, I mean, I grew up on stories of like Black Friday fucking riots. Like that's the shit that it practically was fucking riots. Mr. Cannibal, does he come in here too? Not very often, I don't think. But yeah, like, have I ever camped out for anything? No. Actual camping, and even that was with an RV. But yeah, like for like Tickle Me Elmo or uh Beanie Babies or whenever, you know, PS5s. Fuck Black Friday. I'm not about to get stampeded for 30% off plus tax. Yeah. Yeah, one thing was nuts. Yeah. Read stories every year about people dying, getting trampled. Yep. Remember seeing a clip on the news of a woman being knocked in a ball. Yeah, I mean that's the shit that I grew up hearing about. Miss Accountable Beauty too. Cabbage Patch Dolls. They are a little bit early for me to really remember any stories about them. Camped out 2 days for Madonna tickets. Reasonable. Only thing I waited in line for hours for was the Mario 3DS for $99. Yeah, I've never like waited in a long line for something. Dad waited in line for a red-headed Cabbage Patch. Furby. Oh yes, Furby. I remember Furbies. I love seeing what people ended up doing with Furbies. Like creating, hey, Michaela, like people like creating like long Furbies or just like various Furby atrocities, Furby monstrosities. Everything's online now. Can't think of much reason to actually venture into that craziness. In order to make sure that you actually get it stuff. Honestly, like a lot of it is just like to make sure that you can actually get it. The long ones are cool. My furry turned evil. Apparently, a fair number of furries got turned kinda on the evil side. Had one in my early 20s in my car. My BF put it in the trunk. Fair enough. Iris girl, welcome. The kids were afraid of Furby. Fair number of people were, I think. Still have my Furby baby. Can you not ensure getting things on there? Well, shipping gets fucked up around the holidays, Steph. Is kind of what it comes down to. Like if you order something online on Black Friday, there isn't necessarily a guarantee that it will actually get there by Christmas because of because just how fucking ridiculous shipping gets around that time of year. Um, hey, message Jen. You know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is sort of like the cutoff for it's very likely to get to you for like it is still very likely to get to you before Christmas. After any much later than Cyber Monday, and it's like you are taking a little bit of a risk at that point. And by the way, if you order something online for Christmas and it doesn't get there, it doesn't get delivered before Christmas, do not harass the post office. They are doing their absolute best. Because like there's I spent a year doing customer service for Canada Post. And holy shit, the holidays? Yeah, it's wild. And you know, USPS is in the same boat. Like the truth is the volume of mail at that time of year, hey Nomaya, is wild. No wonder you were customer service. As I said before, I've said it before, Steph. The customers being angry at me is not what traumatized me. Like people getting angry at me is not the problem I had. I can deal with anger. It's disappointment that always sort of got to me. But anyway, yeah, it's Canada Post and the USPS deliver a high volume of mail at the best of times. Like even at their quiet, like even sort of in the quiet seasons, Canada Post and the USPS both deliver a shit ton of mail. Jordan. Oh, there's still quite a bit of box mantling left, Jordan. Don't worry. Worked as a CCA for USPS for a while, and the amount of times people calling came to the mailbox to scream at me for their mail not coming made me quit. Yeah. Exactly, Steph. It's like I wanted to help people. I always wanted to help people. And when I couldn't give them the help they needed, it's like that sucked. But yeah, working for Canada Post during the holidays, yeah, that was rough. It was rough getting I mean, like it was basically all day, every day, people calling about, you know, when's my package? And especially in the days right around Christmas. Um, like, you know, the few days right before Christmas were particularly brutal. Because, like, you know, what's the estimate on when it's going to get here? I need this before Christmas. We can't make any guarantees at this point. Porch pirates. I mean, yeah, fake news. Yeah. I mean, we've got porch pirates up here. So yeah, it was not a fun time. Not in the slightest. What do I do for a living now? I do this for a living right now, Ellie. Nice Amazon list. I don't like Amazon. I do have I have a Barnes and Noble wish list, but apparently it seems like they changed their setup so that the only way for somebody to see a Barnes and Noble wish list is if they're actually subscribed to the site themselves, which is just fucking stupid. I don't understand that. I miss Borders. Public library. Yeah, we got public. We got a public library in the general area. I'm not sure where my nearest public library is. What kind of books do I read? I mean, a fair number of yarn fics. I really like fantasy. Um, I do like books about history, like ancient history.
Lots of people ask me, "Why do you have so many?"
We're doing walking distance. I mean, sort of. It's like 15, 20 minutes to anything. It's about a 15, 20-minute walk to pretty much anything. And some stuff is even further. Would be my dream job. Working in a library. Probably like working circulation at a library. Dude, your library holds your soulmate potentially. Tried data entry. I've looked Harley Quinn. I've looked up data entry jobs. I don't know, none of them. The ones that I was looking at. Hey, Marion, didn't look. Some of them weren't even fucking data entry, frankly. Like I was looking at data entry jobs, and some of them weren't even fucking data entry that I was seeing for some reason. Your own virtual library, comics, things of your interest. On each download, you own commission. Books. Lake Atman. The ones that I found, that seems to be pretty much exactly what it was, Lake Atman. There was one that I actually did apply for. And it turned out that it was actually just a fucking survey thing. One of those things where you fill out, 80 fucking, where if you fill out 100 surveys, then hey, look, you've earned enough points for a $20 gift card. $9.99K. Cool. What data would I be entering? That I don't know. Husband is coughing equals I must go pay attention to him. It's nice to be in the chat a bit. Yeah, thanks for coming. Imagine having a husband. Not for me. Couldn't be me. Lots of medical billers work from home. Yeah, but do you really want to work in medical billing? Yeah, that's the kind of thing that feels like. It's a cartoonist I follow. There's a cartoonist I read, Randy Milholland. He does the comic Something Positive. He actually also does the Sunday strips for Popeye these days. Back in the early days when he was doing Something Positive, he worked for a company that billed people for ambulance rides. It's like his job involved calling people who'd gone to the hospital to charge them for the ambulance ride they took. Unsurprisingly, the job made him absolutely fucking miserable. He hated it. Also, unsurprisingly, his boss was a fucking bastard. Which is not surprising at all, because I mean, anyone who would be the manager of at a place that bills people for ambulance rides can't be a good person. They pretty much have to be a sociopath by definition at that point. So one of the funniest things one of the most amusing things that happened with him, though, his life was kind of like, obviously his life was not going great at the time. Things weren't going particularly well for him. And obviously, it meant that it made it hard for him to do the comic. And naturally, he would have readers who would regularly complain to him about the fact that he kept missing updates. So he got fed up, and it was like, these are the monthly expenses I have. You want me to do the comic to update regularly? Fucking pay me a year's salary. It was just like a sarcastic comment that he made just to shut people up. He made a year's salary in like very little time. In like a couple of weeks, in a few weeks, people had paid him an entire year's salary, which, fucking hey, unsurprisingly, he quit his fucking job. And then still occasionally missed the updates. But he was sort of one of the early cases of somebody like actually managing to make a full living off their comic. I just subscribed because the GF told me to. Well, thank you to the girlfriend. So yeah, he was one of the early examples of somebody who made a genuine living off a webcomic. Not the first, not by a long shot, but one of the early ones. Obviously, there's been a bunch more since then who've been able to make full livings off it, and good on all the ones who are able to. Nothing much up, Great Lefty. Hey, Bree. Movie 9. I have not seen 9. Gaydar. Sexual seduction. Y'all are weird. Yeah. Welcome to my life. Am I going to watch Doctor Who? No. I've never had any interest in Doctor Who, frankly. I know it kind of makes me I know it reflects poorly on me as a geek that I'm not interested in Doctor Who, but just never cared. Tried to watch Doctor Who and the graphics made me peace out. There is that. A lot of older shows I have trouble watching because of the because of how dated they look. That is definitely a problem for me with some older shows and video games. Fair number of video games that like really don't hold up. Alex freaked me out as a child, so I can never watch it again. Back in the day, do I hate old movies? There's again, it's one of those things where there's a fair number of old movies that I have trouble watching just because of how dated they look and feel. Mr. Robot, no. Yeah, speaking of Doctor Who, Marvel used to have the license to publish Doctor Who comics. I never read any of those. I never read any of Marvel's Doctor Who comics. But while they had the rights to it, they would very occasionally have Doctor Who cameo in other comics. So, like, Iron Fist and Power Man teamed up with Doctor Who to fight Daleks once. Probably the most famous example of Doctor Who crossing over with a regular Marvel character was actually this is a weird one. So Marvel also used to have the rights to publish Transformers comics. And they did those comics were like really well received. People loved the Marvel Transformers comics. One of the characters that was created specifically for the comics wasn't in the cartoon. Didn't have any. Never had an action figure, or was created specifically for the comic books. Was for dinner? Yeah, Laura, just some leftover spaghetti. Character by the name of Death's Head. A freelance peacekeeping agent, aka a bounty hunter, who just gets offended at being called a bounty hunter. Freelance peacekeeping agent, Death's Head, debuted in the Transformers comics, and then he showed up in a Doctor Who comic where he was traveling, where Death's Head was traveling through the time stream and got in a crash with Doctor Who's his phone booth, whatever that thing was called. And again, bear in mind, Death's Head was created to fight giant robots, Transformers. So he was significantly larger than a regular person. TARDIS, yes, thank you, Yarn Fix. TARDIS. So he was traveling. So Doctor Who's traveling through time and Secret of NIMH. Never watched Secret of NIMH, no. So yeah, he was traveling through time, or Doctor Who was traveling through time, and Death's Head was traveling through time stream, and they had a collision, knocked them both out of the time stream, and Death's Head demanded compensation because he's a giant murder bot. He's not going to be the one to say, sorry, my bad. So Doctor Who shrunk Death's Head down to human size. And from there, Death's Head sort of became a character in the main Marvel comics for a little while. Mostly in Marvel UK. He was always mostly a Marvel UK character. No, it's just a wristband. He showed up in a couple of the American Marvel comics, but not very many. He was really much more Marvel UK. Yeah, I just find it funny that, like, Death's Head debuted in Transformers, crossed over into Doctor Who, and then from there crossed into the Marvel Universe proper. Just amusing to me. He was always a good character. He was such a good character. Captain Planet. Yeah, I loved Captain Planet. And then in the 90s, Marvel UK debuted Death's Head 2, who was more extreme. Much more 90s character. But also really cool. I liked Death's Head 2. Didn't get into sci-fi till 2 years ago, but I'm not a big Marvel person. Fair enough. I grew up on Marvel. It's always been a big part of my life. It's hard not reading Marvel anymore, honestly. Loki, Boris the Brain from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Jordan, no, I never watched Secret of NIMH. The sci-fi movies like Passion of the Christ. I'm not touching that one. Making my own graph. I'm not. Nah, okay. If I were to do any like creative stuff, I would just be like writing stories, probably like writing short stories or something like that. But I don't even have that in me, honestly. Even just writing a short story is more than I can actually handle anymore. I have no writing capacity and haven't for a long time. Estayan, welcome. Thank you. Is it a full moon? Not yet, it's not. I'm joking. I'm not doing that. Just incredibly knowledgeable and stuff like that. I mean, like, I've read a lot of Marvel comics. And like I've, read a fair bit about Marvel comics. I follow quite a few comic creators on Twitter. I've read articles and a couple of books. And so, I mean, I do know a fair bit about comics, like as an industry and shit like that. And I mean, I do actually know a fair bit about like the process behind making comics. Never read or seen anything Marvel. Where should I begin? I mean, that's a really tough question, Ellie. It kind of depends a little bit on what you're looking for. I think one of the main things that I would always recommend, one of the main comics that I would always recommend for somebody who's looking to start on Marvel, Ms. Marvel No Normal by G. Willow Wilson and Adrian Althona. It is, to me, pretty much the platonic ideal of a teen superhero origin comic. Like, it's just so well made. So yeah, Ms. Marvel No Normal would probably be where I would recommend starting. Hey, Deadly Dark. Deadly Dark. Thoughts on Wolverine and Deadpool 3? I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, like beyond that, I mean, it's really hard to say because it really depends on what kind of it really depends on what kind of stories you're interested in. Like if there's specific characters that you want to learn more about. Just all sorts of stuff that you can't really. Sure thing, Pizza Crust. Um, and I mean, complicated as it is, like, I might also recommend uh, Uncanny X-Men by Chris Claremont. Yeah, maybe start with like Giant Size X-Men. Like, I mean, there's like omnibuses. There's like you can get like what are the blue stars for? They are members, Michaela. Miss Holly, OG, welcome. So like you can get collections of the of most comics, and you know X-Men by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum and John Byrne, and then moving on to various other artists as well. Junie B. Jones, I have not. So I mean, I suppose like it's one of the more famous comics out there. Like it is, Chris Claremont's 16-year run on X-Men is absolutely one of the most iconic comic runs of all time. You got 10,000 subscribers. Oh, hey! Congratulations to me. Hey, yeah, 10,001 subscribers. Hey, congratulations to me. I got 10,001 subscribers. How much is membership? $1.99, Michaela. It's just $1.99, so I'm really not charging much for it. Like double digits, yep. what are the perks of membership? A badge. At this point, Michaela, basically nothing. There's a badge, and your name is in green. It's and supposed to, and there's supposed to be emojis. I haven't made any custom emojis yet. That's something I still need to get around to doing. I mean, that's a big part of why I don't, of why I set it at $1.99. Don't say y'all like. Sounds too much like a certain other word we hear way too much. Kira? I mean, yeah, I know you've been around for a while, Kira. Yeah. I do find it amusing that I hit 10,000 subscribers while I was talking about comics. That sounds about right. That works for me. So happy to hear you started memberships. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really intending to make a large amount of money from the memberships. But do I watch Chantel's Couple Channel? I don't, Produce. I don't. 10K special. I know I probably should do something special for it. I don't know. Show you butt. No, pervert. European wing of the tour. All 10 toes. No, Jordan, you foot pervert. You foot freak. Do a dance. Celtic Forest Fairy, congratulations on reaching 10K subscribers. Thank you very much, Celtic Forest Fairy. Trees in the chat for Forest Fairy. Let's get some trees in the chat for her. I guess I could do... a dab for 10K. There's my 10K celebration. We like the comic talk. I hope somebody does, Jenna, because I'm never going to. I'm like talking about comics is something that I'm going to do pretty regularly. One of these days, I do want to show off all the comics I've got as well. Edible. I tried one of I tried a weed chocolate once. It didn't do anything for me. See, we all went for the Christmas pine with no lights. Suppose in honor of 10K, I suppose I may as well do full frontal. Full Monty. Do the full Monty. Comics may be worth money. They're not. Color purple. The most valuable comic I have is probably Marvel graphic novel, The New Mutants. The most valuable comic I have is the New Mutants graphic novel. Steph gifted 5 memberships. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Steph. Thank you very much for that. And welcome to the people who get gift memberships. Welcome to those of you. Lori, Kai Bear, Don Keedick, Naked and Laughing, and Stephanie's JK. Congratulations to you five for getting gift subs. Yeah, the most valuable comic I have is probably the Marvel graphic novel where the New Mutants debuted, and that one's worth like maybe $50. I do also have New Mutants annual #1, Steal This Planet. Fuck yeah. And I've got Alpha Flight #1 from way back in the 80s. So I do have a small handful of like genuinely classic comics. Original Crow and Death comics. Cool. Steph, holy shit, 5 more gift subs. Thank you very much again, Steph. And so many chats have been gifted memberships. And I'm never lucky. So congratulations to Kareem, BTP, ho ho ho, Ms. T Reacts, who was just complaining about never being lucky, Laura and Kira all the time. Congratulations to you 5 as well. And there you go. Hey, Nashies. So there you go, T. There you go, Ms. T. Finally got some luck. How long does the membership last? A month, Michaela. It's a monthly thing. At least I assume it's a monthly thing. What's it like to be rich with the good? Yeah. Lots of hearts in the chat. Lots of hearts in the chat for Steph. All the 0-hour comics in mint condition. That one's DC, right, Nashies? That was like one of the big DC events. Was that 90s? When was 0-hour? Was 090? 0-hour was a 90s one? Ellison Norsworthy, welcome. Yeah, like I want to say 90s for 0 hours, or was it in the 80s? But I think 90s, right? I forget what that. I don't even know what that event was about. Friend selling Amazing Fantasy 15. Holy shit! Nice. Yeah. Like for a comic that old, yeah. Because I mean that one's 1963. Larson. So like comics from the 60s, because comics from the 60s weren't intended to last. Like a comic released in the 1960s was intended for disposable entertainment. You know, you read it, you throw it out. That's sort of what it was for. So people don't really DC when Superman died. I do remember the death of Superman. I did read the death of Superman and the reign of Superman and Return of Superman. Read that whole saga at the time. Hey, Michaela, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, Michaela. Weegie? Weagle? Weegie? No, I'm trying to read everybody's messages. Charlie's Granny. Here's me kicking butt. Thank you very much, Charlie's Granny. Yep, I am very happy, Nessa. Just lurking. It is pinned. Just lurking. Anyway, yeah. So what was I saying? So yeah, comics from the 60s. There are very few of those comics still around. Even fewer that are in any sort of half decent condition. You know, the ones from that far long back that are still around are mostly like tatters. So yeah, super chats, YouTube does take a portion of it. Same with memberships. Any money I make off YouTube does take a portion of it. And yeah, into the 70s, it's getting comics started to get a little bit more stick around, like getting a little bit less valuable. 80s is when comics became collectibles. Is YouTube Canada different? I don't think so. Like, man, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same thing. Are taxes theft? They are not. Hey, Inatizzy, thank you. So yeah, 80s comics are really when they started becoming, are really when comics started becoming collectibles, something that you hold on to. 90s is when they became investments. No comic from the 90s is actually worth anything. The next one comic from the 80s my dad gave me. Cool. It's probably not worth much, plain cheeseburger, unfortunately. You know, depending on the issue and depending on the condition, it might be worth like $20 to $50. Can't figure out how to become a member? Don't worry about it, Janine. YouTube has been putting ads on my videos even though I'm not monetized. Didn't know wow, I was unaware that they did that. It's worth more than that. You'd be surprised, Weagle. Like there's not a lot of 80s comics that are actually worth much. I remember Allison Norsworthy. Congrats on your 10K. Thank you very much, Allison Norsworthy. So I just double checked. Marvel graphic novel number 4, New Mutants, the debut of the New Mutants. A series that obviously became hugely successful in the 80s, ran for 100 issues. Characters are still around. Huge deal. Marvel graphic novel 4, The New Mutants, debut of the New Mutants. Mint condition, about $200. Yeah, it's Steph. I gifted 10 memberships to celebrate 10K gift subs. That's really sweet, Steph. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, New Mutants Annual number 1, which was a hugely popular comic. Not a joiner. That's fine, Linda. Debut of Lila Cheney. I think the debut of Lila Cheney. And just like a major comic. I just double checked. $10. The value of New Mutants Annual number 1. Steal This Planet. $10 fucking dollars. Yeah, first appearance of Lila Cheney. First appearance of Cypher. A pretty major character. Art by Bill fucking Sienkiewicz. Like maybe or like $10 to $50. Goose Chuck, thank you very much, Goose Chuck. Welcome. 80s comics are just not worth anything. Do you see what Balenciaga put in their ad? That was the one with the kids with bears and like fetish wear, right? Kind of a weird ad, but whatever. I would wager. Here's the thing: kids are fucked up. I would not be surprised if those kids have already done way more fucked up things with teddy bears. You know, or like have like good night, Linda. Kids are weird. And the truth is, a lot of kids not as innocent as want to we want to believe they are. You know, like there's a certain like kids are fucked up. You know, I've seen tons of kids didn't choose to do that shot. And I mean that's something I'm not a fan of. I'm not really keen on kids being used in advertising in general. I will say that like I'm not really I don't really like kids being used in advertising. Just in general for anything. Um Need some Z's. Welcome. But I mean, I have seen way too many women talk about what they were like as kids. Kids showed up to that shoot and they signed the paperwork and get all that. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of kids being used in advertising. And I'm not sure what Balenciaga was even advertising. Haven't really looked into details of it. But like I said, I have seen way too many women talk about what they were like as kids for me to think that kids are as innocent as we want to comfort ourselves believing. Janet Pirate, welcome. Tiff, welcome. Kids should be banned. I mean, I don't disagree. Let's talk about paintings. I don't really know enough about art, Camus. I don't really know about the ban kids from Earth. I am not going to argue with you, War. Do I like painting? Nah. Although, actually, how old were the kids? Were they like 8, 6, 7, 8? Why women specifically? Because the kids in the ads were girls. 2, 6 to 8. So yeah, it was an inappropriate shoot. It was absolutely an inappropriate. That one boy I know. Hey, Ms. Bennett. Like it was absolutely an inappropriate photo shoot. Like it absolutely was inappropriate. It was this weird ass choice. How many members do I have? Let me double check. $67 members now. See, I don't really know what the logic was behind that choice. Just shy of $100 a month I'm making after YouTube's cut. When babies are born, they should be shot up to the moon, where we have a huge base, where we grow our children in an ideal environmental pause until they reach 18, and we fly the hatchling back to Earth. Works for me. I mean, probably not, Fala. There was no. I mean, I suppose it's hard to know how aware the kids were of what it was. It's sort of hard to know if the kids were even aware that that the bears were in fetish gear. They may not even they may not have even thought about what the bears were wearing, but it is something where it was a pretty bad choice. I don't think the kids are going to be mentally scarred for life by it. But I think it was a shitty choice and shitty, yeah, and really gross and shitty iconography, I guess you could call it. I don't honestly, overall, I honestly don't think it's going to have much of an impact on the kids themselves. It's more overall, the overall message of the image is just gross. Couldn't figure out the memberships yet. Try again later when my brain isn't slow. No problem, Janine. My favorite board game? Trivial Pursuit probably would be my favorite board game. Netflix? I do have Netflix. I have not watched Pepsi Where's My Jet. I haven't even heard of Pepsi Where's My Jet. What's that one about? Documentary, I would assume. Something that rings a slight bell about Pepsi and a jet. I'm guessing it's a documentary. Was it something where Pepsi ran some promotion and somebody sort of exploited it in such a way as to get unlimited plane rides or something like that? Oh, Janine's going. Oh, good night, Janine. I did move on. Promo collect points. Yeah, there's been a few occasions where companies have tried to run promotions and somebody figured out a way to exploit it. said 7 million points for a Harrier jet and didn't add a disc. Oh, that's pretty great. Yeah, that one I don't think I ever heard about that particular story. But I'm on the dude side. Some kid got enough points and Pepsi didn't come through or something. Haven't seen it yet. I'm on that guy's side. Pepsi, you made a promise. Of course, I'm always on the side of anybody fucking over corporations. The disclaimer in the Canadian commercial, but not the US one. I think Canada does have somewhat stricter rules when it comes to advertising. So more pay than the value of the price. Yeah. I mean, kid wants a jet. Picked up a $15 insulated bag, and the cashier thought it was my own, and I didn't say nothing. My brother, whenever my brother goes to the grocery store, if he's using the self-checkout, he basically always makes some sort of mistake. He'll forget something in his cart, or he'll Art Girl, welcome, thank you, Art Girl. He'll put in the wrong code for a vegetable. He'll input the wrong number of bags that he needs. Thanks, D Woods. Because he's not trained on the cash. Totally accidentally scanned a wax warmer as a $1.49 Christmas decoration. Yeah, I mean, how are you supposed to know, Bigo? You're not trained. You're not trained to do that. So how are you supposed to know? Yeah, simple mistake, right? Walmart, these stores, they hire cashiers, they train the cashiers to do it right. If something isn't scanned, the shopping cart's blocked and won't go past the door where I'm at. Fucking shitty. They check at my Walmart and get it's so fucking shitty. It's all a way for them. It's all a way for the corporate. It's all a way for companies to not pay employees. Dealt with the public for 12 hours today, but due back in 6 hours. Ugh. Employees at Walmart near me legit don't give a fuck. Yeah, why would they? Why would they give a shit about something that is literally designed to reduce how much money they make? They save money on staff. Exactly. If Walmart could get away with it, they would fire every single employee they have. They would absolutely drop every single person who isn't an executive. If they could get away with it. And it's fucking shitty. And then they fucking still expect the employees to show loyalty and enthusiasm and fucking, like, fuck you. What's my food on hand situation looking like? I don't need any help, Wendy. Accidentally stole a $400 lamp fixture once. Well, that's getting a little bit far, I will say. Walt does not seem to care about employees from what I've seen. No, they don't. Of course they don't. They hate employees. Like the people who own a corporation and like the CEOs and the executives, they absolutely fucking loathe, despise the employees. They hate every single person that they have to pay. My cart locked because of a $1.50 20-ounce soda I forgot to scan. Like they honestly just have nothing but contempt for literally every single employee of their companies. Because they look at every single one of those employees as costing them money. A liability, yep. It's less money in their own pocket. So people want to shoplift from major chains? Fucking go for it. You know, Walmart installs self-checkouts in order to cut back on the hours for cashiers. Every single customer, every single one, quite honestly, should be making mistakes at the self-checkout. Stealing only raises costs to consumers. Well, I mean, they factor in shoplifting. Like when they're setting the cost, they factor in how much is going to be lost to shoplifting. All large corporations would rather have 0 employees. Yep. Used to be where you worked hard and were dedicated and appreciated. Now it's all about profit shares, offshoring. Exactly. No pay, no benefits. Yep, absolutely it is. Corporations are all fucking evil. It's why there's no such thing as a good billionaire. You know? That's just not possible. Elon Musk? Yeah. Elon Musk is an asshole. Gonna need to do Shoplifters non-stream next month. I will say that is one reason why I could not use a self-checkout. I am too inherently honest. The klepto impulse is satisfied by a slight discount. At least I didn't steal it, just at a reduced price. Like, I hate that I am that I am an honest person. Like, I could not. You want me to check out 400 or yeah. Having a baby stroller makes it easy to shoplift small things. Yep. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I meant to. I totally was gonna pay for it. I put it there and I totally forgot that I put it there. Happy Thanksgiving, backrooms. I'm a bad boy. No, Naked. Honestly, I'm a good boy. I am not. I am too honest. to use a self-checkout. Because if I were using a self-checkout, I would actually put in the right price. I would scan things properly. I would put in the fruits and vegetables at the right codes for those. Exactly, Barbara. You're not trained cashiers. Corpse, too honesty is self-checkout correctly. Exactly. I would actually I would do it. I would, I would put things in the way they're supposed to be put in. How many members do I have now? 67 or 68. Stolen by accident, never on purpose. But if you don't scan something, I ain't saying shit. Exactly. Yeah. 68 members. I need one more member. Yeah. If you ever see somebody shoplift, no, you fucking didn't. If you ever see somebody shoplifting, no, you didn't. Exactly. That's why I need one more member. One more member, people. Let's get me one more member. Lucky the local supermarket is employee owned. They get stock in the company, mandatory raises. Nice. That's great, Hubris. That's really good. Friend of mine gets hired by companies to check their security measures. It's amazing how many places they get let into with security or with like a they get let into with security or with like a vest and a clipboard. I can understand. I can believe that, Ms. Bennett. Yeah, I can believe that. Walmart employees literally breathe down my neck to make sure I scan everything. It's very uncomfy. Yeah. Yeah, that company. Ms. Bennett, welcome. Thank you very much. 69 members. Nice. Okay, no one else can become a member anymore. No one else can become a member now. No one can leave, no one can join. That's it. Do I like pumpkin pie? I don't, Wendy. First job was a grocery store, and people would put lobsters and steaks down their pants. Walmart has like 4 or 5 people just watching it self-checkouts. They should get them to open up some registers. They should. But the reason they don't have those people on registers is so that people will go through the self-checkout instead. That's sort of what it is. They open the self-checkouts, and this happened at the Walmart I worked at. They added some self-checkouts, and they cut back on the hours of all the cashiers. There were always long lines. The lines were always really long at that point. And that was deliberate. They want long lines so that people will instead go through the self-checkout because, in the hopes that it'll be quicker. And then if people are using the self-checkout, well, that just proves that we don't need more caches open, right? Maybe they do it so they can get more lifters and sue them. No, they don't, Corpse. Because they know, they've already guesstimated. They've already guessed exactly how much they're going to lose to shoplifting, and they actually factor that into the price of what they charge things. So, whenever you buy something from Walmart, they've already factored in how much they're going to lose to shoplifting. The price already factors that in. No one wants to work as a cashier. I mean, nobody wants it, but people will do it. When I was at Walmart, I was fucking part-time because they didn't hire full-time cashiers when by the time I got there. Yeah, there were a few full-time cashiers who'd been there for years already from when it first opened. But I would have been totally fine working full-time. You know, I'd have been grateful to be a full-time cashier at Walmart. But they didn't do full-time. They did part-time. Because part-timers don't get benefits. Part-timers don't get jack fucking shit. You can make me work 34 hours and 45 minutes. Cut that 15 minutes off at the end, and you don't have to give me a fucking thing. In terms of benefits. So when they opened when they introduced the Target in Cornwall or in Ottawa, no, Corpse. I think the Target in Ottawa might have been a little bit before I moved up here. Like I remember Target's attempt to move into Canada. Scare. I mean, we had like when I was at Walmart, there were quite a few people who were, you know, there for a while. Yeah, there were people who've been there for a couple years, and yeah, I was there for a couple years, and there were people who came in around the time that I did who were still there when I left, and so like it's not about nobody wanting to do the job. People were willing to do the job. But no, what happened is they introduced the self checkouts and they cut the hours of I think basically all the cashiers, which meant that there were always long lineups. When I worked at Walmart, you were part time unless you worked a month straight, 40 hours a week. Yeah, it make me work 40 hours for 3 weeks and 34. I'm guessing your US yarn fix. Make it sound like Target was invading Canada. They were trying. they Target made a genuine effort to get into Canada and just completely failed. They fucked up so badly. They had no fucking idea what they were doing. Mom was a supermarket cashier for over 30 years. Yep. She worked for Mel Wheats. My mom was a cashier for a good few years. Because yeah, I think in Canada, 40 hours a week is full time, or 35. In Canada, 35 hours a week is full time. So if you have an employee work 35 hours in a single week, I think that means that they are full time. I don't think it's for a specific number of weeks. I think it's that as soon as they hit 35 hours in a given week, boom, that's it. You give that person benefits. So yeah, Corpse Ontario. I'm pretty sure it's 35 in Ontario, Corpse. Because I feel like at Walmart, I got like 34 and a half hours pretty regularly. 34 hours, 30 minutes. I feel like I got that pretty regularly when I was working at Walmart. They wouldn't do that extra 30 minutes because then I'd be full time. Part time at 36 hours? Really? Hey, Bally Chickens. What counts as full time work in Ontario? $37.5 to 40 hours. 30 hours. That's well, I don't even fucking know. He's worked 12 to 14 hours a day. Days now. Yeah. Mine might have been because it was a Zach's. So shitty management. Do you know that? I don't know Zach's. Yeah, I tried Googling it and I'm getting different answers on Google. So I don't actually even know. Manager snapped and killed their coworkers. Oof. 130 service hours per month. Google lies. It's not, I mean, sometimes. It's not so much that Google lies as it is you need to know how to find the answer. It's Google is a way for you, like, you need to be able to do your own research. You need to be able to do research. And I don't really feel like doing that much, doing heavy research right this moment. When I first started working at a telco, they called us casual employees, full-time hours, no benefits, but they could only keep you for 9 months. Yeah, that's something, yeah. I think my brother worked at a Walmart warehouse in Cornwall. There was another shooting, probably. My brother worked at a warehouse. He was there through a temp agency. Which obviously saved Walmart money at the cost of the agency workers getting fewer jobs or getting lower pay and no benefits. The thing is, the premise behind it was, you know, the temp agency would hire you, and then Walmart would hire the temp agency for 6 months, and then the idea behind it was like at the end of the 6 months, you would either either be fired or hired. Either Walmart would hire you, or you weren't worth keeping. That was sort of the idea behind how that temp, or not how that agency worked, but that was the idea behind sort of the government's rules regarding temp agencies. That was the idea behind what temp agencies were supposed to be for. Instead, you might work for that. You might work for Walmart for a year, 2 years, 3 years, but Walmart's not hiring you. They would keep you going just for like, what my opinion on Hunter Biden's laptop? I don't know. I don't give a shit. Throw him in jail. I don't fucking care. Throw him in jail. I don't fucking care. So, like, you were basically doing full-time work for Walmart. But because Walmart was working through a third party, they didn't pay you jack shit. They didn't give you benefits. Worked at a union shop. That was the worst. They bring people in for 89 days, 90-day hire, lay off the temps for a week, and bring them back in our new hire. Yeah. I mean, it's... What was on the laptop? I have no idea, Corpse. Good night, Aunt Janet. I don't know what was on the laptop. I don't really want to know. I don't really honestly want to know what was on the laptop. I just don't give a shit about Hunter Biden. I don't give a shit about Joe Biden. Throw him in jail too. Throw Obama in jail. Throw Clinton's in jail. Throw Trump in jail. Throw Bush Jr. in jail. Fucking throw them all in jail. I don't fucking care. As soon as you become as soon as you become as soon as you become president, you start committing war crimes. I am absolutely in favor of a White House to prison pipeline because you can't be president without committing war crimes. That's my opinion. What do I think of Parliament prime ministers? Yeah, most of them suck too. I'll be honest. The last president that I would not throw in prison, Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter can keep wandering around free. Totally cool with Jimmy Carter. That guy was good. Jimmy Carter. He was 76 to 80. He followed Nixon. Well, technically he followed oh shit, who was that dude? Carter was a horrible president. I mean, he was an okay president and a genuinely good dude. Ford, yes, Gerald Ford. He followed Gerald Ford, but Gerald Ford was, you know, Gerald Ford was sort of like a seat warmer. You know, Gerald Ford was the seat warmer, the seat warmer president. Sammy Schmammy, welcome. Yo, he was actually unelected. He took after Nixon resigned. Yeah. And like he was generally seen as not very smart. Gerald Ford was unelected and not terribly respected. Reagan. Fuck Reagan. Fuck Ronald Reagan. That union busting, AIDS ignoring, middle class destroying sack of shit. Fuck Reagan. Fuck that guy. He is fucking burning in hell. Hey, Boombastic. Ronald Reagan was fucking terrible. But anyway, yeah. So Carter, I'm not really sure how good a job Carter did as president. There were some things that where he was right. Like he took environmentalism seriously. Like Carter actually did take environmentalism seriously. He did try to push for green energy and reduction of fossil fuels and shit like that. So he was absolutely 100% right on that one. And then Reagan came along and was like, no, fuck the environment. Fuck the environment. Destroy the planet. Drill everywhere. More pollution. Fuck Reagan. Anyway, so I'm not sure, like, as far as like how Reagan did in or how Carter did in general, I don't really know. But he's a genuinely good dude. Membership is $1.99, Ziggy. Reagan had Alzheimer's, probably, yeah. He probably did have Alzheimer's by the end, like, or I should say, he was probably being affected by Alzheimer's by the end of his term, by the end of his time. Obviously, I don't think there's any solid evidence of it. I don't think it's ever actually been completely confirmed. Hey, Egypt Jen. But yeah, Reagan probably was being affected by his Alzheimer's by the end of his presidency. Very likely. But anyway, yeah, Cartner was just like Cartner has always been a genuinely good dude. Like he's a great guy. He left office and like spent the next 40 years building houses. You know? Like just incredible guy. Like he hasn't sought fame and fortune. He never really tried to use his time in politics to enrich himself. He just decided to go to work helping people. Like, you gotta respect the guy for that. And he's still out there. Yeah, fuck you, Beagle Mama. Like, Carter is still out there building houses. Man just wanted his peanut farm and volunteer work. Exactly, hubris. Moonlake! Welcome, Moonlake. Divide abundance. Hope everyone's had a great Thanksgiving with friends and loved ones. As for me, I'm on the... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's just... Bally Chicken reactions. Thank you very much, Bally Chicken. So, yeah. Carter can stay free. You know, not throwing Carter in jail. Every president after him, jail. Vice presidents as well. And secretaries of state and defense. He agrees with what a lot of you say. Yeah. President, vice president, secretary of state, secretary of defense, throw all of them for the past ever in prison. Carter destroyed Iran. Why I don't like Obama? I mean, the war crimes. Speaker of the House. Fuck it, why not? Throw them in the prison too. Anyway, Obama did a lot of shit that I disagree with. He ramped up the use of drone strikes. Like really, really ramped up the use of drone strikes in a frankly gross manner. Who do I think should be president? You know, fuck it, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton for president. Keanu Reeves is vice president. Put Dolly Parton as president, I can fucking guarantee education's getting funded. You know, Dolly Parton will absolutely increase funding for education. God damn, will she ever increase funding for education? Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves, young. What country's gonna fuck with Vice President Keanu goddamn Reeves? Every war would be over. Keanu Reeves would just step in and be like, "Hey guys, think we could like, hey man, think you could back off a bit?" And everyone would be like, "All right, for you, Keanu, do it for you." Chuck Norris, fuck Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is an asshole. Chuck Norris is a right-wing douchebag. Fucking dickwad. Fuck Chuck Norris hard. Totally disillusioned with all politics and media. Yeah. Yeah, as far as things that I don't like Obama for, in addition to ramping up the drone strikes, he also ramped up deportations. He deported even more people than Bush did, which not a fan of. And I also think that you know, it did absolutely nothing to help him politically, frankly. Libertarians are more right than left. Honestly, Nessa, the best description I have ever seen, the best description I've ever seen of libertarians is that they are like cats. Give me a second to find the exact quote. Yeah. Libertarians are like house cats, absolutely convinced of their fierce independence while utterly dependent on a system they don't appreciate or understand. Wish Bruce Lee was still alive. Yeah, Bruce Lee seemed like a pretty good guy. In photos and videos of QET with Carter, it's clear that she was utterly charmed. That's the film. She had a smile from ear to ear. Yeah, I mean, he just seemed to be like a genuinely. He seems to be like a genuinely good dude. Like just genuinely a legitimately nice, great guy. Fruit fly died in my whiskey. Angela Lansbury was still alive. Yeah, like that is the absolute best description I have ever seen of libertarians. My English teacher said Bruce Lee was a fraud, so I did a whole report on him and his life. The man invented 2 martial arts. Yep. Oh, he was, in terms of martial arts, he was the real deal. Absolutely. Carter helped Khomeini. He destroyed Iran. I was unaware of that, Moonlake. I haven't really looked into Carter's reign. So, all right. So Carter did do some pretty bad shit too then. Dang. Disappointing. Fine. He should have gone to prison after he left office as well then. I guess he should have gone to prison as well. Need to pass fuck out. Yeah, I should probably actually get off here. Good night, Jenna. Hey, Cat Chloe. Been 3 hours. I should probably call it a night. did mess it up with Lebanon, Iran. Yeah. Dang. Thank you for the memberships. Very happy. White House to prison pipeline. Absolutely. Because you can't be president without committing war crimes. That was lovely. Yeah, it was sort of a honestly, Corbs, it was pretty much just like a whim of the moment thing that I came on here. Thank you for the membership, Leanda. So thanks for watching. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm hoping to go to get to the grocery store tomorrow so I can pick up a couple things that I need for other meals. I need potatoes. I need meatloaf pans. And I do want to pick up some chicken breasts for other meals. Not enough shit to justify ordering. Like not enough shit to justify. I actually do have a good cutting knife, Nessa. I just never use it. So I don't like it's. I don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff to order to justify delivery of it. You know, $10 for delivery for $10 of food. It's like yeah. But on the other hand, I may end up going delivery route instead. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Either way, I will be on tomorrow to cook something. So I will cook tomorrow. Walk. I know I should, Kira. But regardless, for now, make it alive? Nah, I don't want to make it alive. Especially it's winter. It'll be cold. I like holding the phone out. Like I'm going to want my hands in my pockets. Like I'm going to want my hands in my pockets. It's chilly out. Haven't had meatloaf in so long. Been a while for me too. Anyway, so I will see you tomorrow. And good night. And thank you for the memberships and thank you for the super chats. And see y'all tomorrow. Good night.